Okay, we are recording. We're live. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America. Got a dream, something about America. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Backroom Show. It's your old pal, Gary Williams. With me, as always, that is former child model, Matthew Ferranda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the Neil Diamond?
Oh, I love Neil Diamond.
Yeah, he's pretty great, right? Yeah. Hello, my friends. Hello. I just called.
Okay, hold on though. Question.
Yes.
The jazz singer.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
We just talked about that, right? It was okay. I mean, how the hell...
You replace Al Jolson, right?
Well, and somebody... Okay, a couple of things about that. What an odd topic to jump off. The jazz singer from like 79?
Somewhere around
80?
there, yeah.
Someone said, hey, Laurence Olivier, haven't seen you for a while. You want to play an old angry Jewish dad? Yeah, I think I do, actually. That sounds pretty cool. And then they got, you know who the love interest was?
Who was the love interest?
Lucy Arnaz.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I can't name one thing before or after, but, you know, other than being the product of a Hollywood couple like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't your dad was Matt Houston, right?
And my mother was Trigger.
Wait, what? The horse?
Yep.
Oh. So your mom walked into a bar and they said, hey,
don't shit on the floor.
Don't get out of here, you horse. Not so mean. Anyway, I guess this might be our first official, unofficial episode. We've taped some other stuff, but the idea is, it's for a while anyway, it's going to start out me and, again, former child model Matthew Ferranda and a rotating wheel of guests, I guess. We don't actually have a guest today because, hey, this is just get to know your new pals.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey. Did you get your hair done? That looks good.
Yeah, seriously.
Good.
The diet's working, looking good. No, not you. Oh. You. Anyway, so here we are, Backroom Studios in an undisclosed location. Undisclosed location.
From a bunker many, many miles under the earth.
Somewhere in southeastern Pennsylvania. Good luck, stalkers.
No, seriously, good luck.
No, seriously, good luck. I'll take the attention. I'll take the,
animal heads on the porch. And
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, the publicity.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, duh. Either that. What would you rather have, publicity or animal heads on your porch? What kind of animals are these? Are these rare? Is it a rhino?
Like a pangolin, perhaps?
What?
A pangolin. It's like a giant armadillo.
No.
They're adorable. They're huge.
No. We're not going to start off this brand new show, this brand new network with one of your filthy Italian lies. Okay, what in the hell is that animal?
A pangolin. It looks like a giant armadillo.
Okay.
It has scales. It is really adorable.
Where is it native to?
Pangolin City.
Take me down to a pangolin city.
That's right.
Animals are weird.
I don't know. Newark or Switzerland.
Wait,
I don't know. Right, which one?
I don't know. That doesn't sound like... I guess there'll be some sort of show notes page eventually.
Yes, that will take you to...
And we will put up a pangolin?
Yes, a picture of a pangolin at the Newark airport.
Exactly. Trying to catch a flight out of town, but there's a delay due to fog.
Yes, of course.
Aww. That sounds like one of those... like a liger. Mm-hmm. Like you took a penguin and a liger.
That's it.
Say it again. A
pangolin.
Pangolin. Is that seriously? Is that
That's
real?
a real thing.
It sounds like some sort of, I don't know, like a writing apparatus. Has anyone seen my pangolin?
Or like some app that you download but never use.
Genius.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think I have pangolin. Yeah, I added it, but I never use it.
I never use it.
I use the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would that be, Matt? Name the other one. Come on, Mr. Improv. Let's go.
Oh, good. Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Yes, and. So anyway, how was your drive over here?
It was fine. I mean...
it's raining today.
It is raining today.
Very wet.
I don't mind that so much.
Why? Because it I could see you being like Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice. Like your life is one big dark room.
Yeah, kind of. Like
like Wednesday.
I am completely alone. And then I cross it out and I say I am utterly alone.
I'm utterly alone.
I have great big lovely udders.
Man, this is your conscience.
Now I know you're lying because I don't have one.
Hey, Anthony Bourdain had a lot going for him. And,
Yeah.
well, so you're a pudgy guy wearing a Mike Schmidt jersey.
So you're saying I should kill myself, or
Immediately.
I'll tell you what.
I'm kidding.
No.
Suicide, not funny.
I
kind of funny.
Yeah, kind of funny. I don't ever get upset by the death of celebrities. It just doesn't bother me. But this one really got. In fact, I will admit I cried a little bit when I heard. I have immense respect for the man, and you do think about like, man, this dude was at the top of his game, and
Yeah, I wasn't a regular fan, but I definitely would catch the show on Sunday nights, and he was a pretty cool ass dude.
yeah. And being
Yeah, I
someone
liked
who, I mean, I managed restaurants for years, and just the respect he had for the industry, for culture, and just the fact that he was just a fucking badass. He was someone I really respected and looked up to, and it really got to me when the news came out.
Yeah, I do hear you about that. Like, all due respect, Miss Spade, the designer. Okay.
Right.
It's apparently she made overpriced handbags or something. I don't know. But my favorite thing, not favorite, but something interesting about Anthony Bourdain is that he is well publicized. He was a former heroin addict, and I knew he got clean, but in my mind, I always thought clean meant clean and clean. Guy still smoked pot, still drank like he was the last day on earth. I don't know. I was always the impression that you have to quit everything, but I guess not. You know.
Well, I mean, as long as you're not doing heroin, that's probably a good step.
Well, I don't know. Is it though? I mean, go hard or go home, I say. I don't mean that slippery slope horseshit gateway drug shit.
Stupid.
I mean, like, you figure if you do heroin, I don't know. I just don't see. I would think that would be the kind of thing that if you go so far out that you have to keep it on the level all the time now.
But then let me ask you, because you smoked cigarettes for many years,
25 years,
and not like a casual habit, like
Pack a
that,
day.
you did it like it
I wasn't
was your
that like
job.
you know that girl that's like, I only smoke at the bar.
Right.
Yeah. No. All the time. Yeah.
And so when you stopped smoking,
Right.
how hard was that for you to do?
I got to tell you, it's funny you asked that because it was kind of easy, and I'll explain why. We were planning on quitting, Denise and I, right around my birthday, mid-April. A couple days before, 6 days, whatever, my gallbladder decided to explode inside my body. I went in, emergency room, stayed overnight. The next day, they did the removal surgery. They botched it. I think I've talked about this. But so, of course, I had to stay in the hospital for at least a week. And it was right over the I'm going to quit time. So there I was, massive pain, dealing with this, drugged up. And so I recommend everyone a week stay in the hospital on pain pills to quit smoking. And I came out. I tried to have one. It was like literally putting my mouth on a tailpipe. And I haven't touched a cigarette since.
Well, let me ask you though, what was the allure of smoking? Like, was the sort of buzz you got off it? No. Was it the taste of it? No. Or just the habit of it in general?
Probably the habit. I mean, the thing about a habit is you don't think about it as a habit. You go, I eat a habit,
Right.
No, I don't have enough habits in my life.
I'm going to go bite my toenails. I'll be back.
Right.
I don't masturbate enough. I need to really up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
There's not enough stuff going into my dick hole. Maybe a lit match. Ooh. I don't know. Nice pick.
You've been up to some kinky shit over
exactly,
there, buddy.
Whatever it takes. I love smoking, but I always wanted to quit. I want to quit.
Well, it's so funny you say that.
But that's not ready. Want to quit is
right.
is 2 steps removed.
One of the most amazing things I ever heard anyone say in my life
was Gary looks good in those jeans.
No, that was the most confusing thing I ever heard in my life. One of my friends in college had a pretty severe drinking problem,
right.
And not that to say that I did not as well. I still kind of do.
I was going to say past tense,
but anyway,
what?
We kind of sat him down. We're like, look, man, you really need to deal with this. And he's like, look, I'm not an alcoholic. An alcoholic is someone who wants to stop drinking but can't. I don't want to stop drinking. And I was like, wow, that's a solid argument there, bud.
Yeah, we talked about it, I guess. I mean, I hear him, haha.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. He hit a threshold of this is clearly causing problems in your life.
Yes. I mean, that's
so
it.
you can split hairs and do all the semantic dances you want. But, if it's a problem, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And this guy, do you still keep in contact with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
he does great. He is a touring musician who does great work.
And that man is Dave Matthews.
That man is Dave Matthews.
Is he still? Did he dial back the?
As far as I know, and the thing is, like, when you're in college, you tend to indulge in a lot of stuff that you might not otherwise. And,
Anal.
yeah, I did indulge in a lot of anal.
Did you get to know the guys before they see? Because hello, is this thing on? Is this
Jeff.
on? Is it Jeff?
Sorry, we just need to talk to Jeff in our booth for a second. Hold on, guys. Jeff.
I need a more high end.
High end.
Jeff.
Jeff, could you turn up the funny on Gary a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I'm
please?
going to need you to turn the asshole way down on Matt because
It's already
it is coming out.
it's already
man.
at the floor.
It is coming
Yeah,
out. It is
Jeff.
just a Jeff.
Aw.
Oh, what? Jeff's not in today? Mark.
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 Oh, there's no one named Mark?
There's no one now, Mark?
Okay.
All right.
Thank
you. A little sidebar there. That'll probably make the best stuff right there,
That's
right?
right.
So, all right. So what else is going on?
Going back to what we're talking about, like,
Yes.
I love weed. Like, I like smoking weed.
I love weed.
I do.
Weed. Yeah.
But two things happened. One, I had a son. And the other was I moved from a state where marijuana was legal. And, like, it was not an issue. It was never a thing where I was like, I should probably still be smoking weed. I really enjoy it. It's that I got to keep a tiny human alive.
Right.
And if I do want to smoke weed, I could potentially get arrested for doing it.
Yeah,
There's
of course-
just nothing appealing about either of those things.
Which is a whole other discussion about
Of
how
course,
stupid
right.
that is.
It's
Grab that fern, do what you want with it. That one, but that one, not that plant. No. Oh, no. So, but I don't think I would anymore anyway. I don't know, because I smoke so much.
Well, here's
so much pot.
my thing. Like, I like to write a lot, and what I do write is comedy, and it's sort of.
Is that what you call that?
No.
I'm sorry. I'll cut that part out.
No, it's okay. No, it's good.
Hey, Jeff, keep that part in.
Jeff. He's not here today. God damn it, Mark.
Oh, Mark, keep that part in. All right. But anyway, go ahead.
For me, when I write, like, I hate myself. Like, I just don't do well with my own brain.
Right.
And that weed was,
I hear you on that. I do.
weed was just
Oh,
enough.
by the way, this podcast is brought to you by Zoloft.
Right. Celexa,
Helping people.
Wellbutrin,
Right.
all of them.
Yeah, keeping the voices at bay
Cymbalta.
since 19... Right. And mixed with alcohol.
Right, exactly.
Not recommended,
But so much fun.
so much fun.
But it was, smoking weed was something that got that unhooked that bit that said, you're not funny, you're not smart, what you're writing is stupid.
Right.
It just got me to a place where I could just write it down.
Right.
And not worry about it. And then I'd be straight and then I'd edit it. But it really did take something to get me out of that space of, you aren't funny, you aren't smart, you can't write, no one will give a shit anyway.
Right.
And
Which
then
I
do
think
that.
is the thing that keeps most people from ever doing anything.
Everyone.
If there's one, and I'm believing me, I'm human, so I have doubts like anybody else, but I made a conscious decision a few years ago to believe in the things that I knew about myself. Like, sounds like such an Oprah thing.
No,
but it's
no.
true. It's like I have certain abilities and certain talents. I know I have a certain skill set. I have a certain skill set. I will find you, and I will entertain you.
And I will do Ibsen.
Exactly. And I'll do a terrible American accent. But so this has been a labor of fucking love and a lot of hoping and wishing, and, certain people have been attached to it and then they went away and then others came and da-da-da. But there came a point where you just go, it doesn't matter. Because, like, we'll record, we've done some, and you guys will leave and I'll listen to it a little bit. I'm like, that was great. And I feel really good about it. And then, the next day you start going, oh, whatever. You know how, that's how life is. It's called life. But overall, I've decided I'm not going to let that, I know that temporary feeling is just that. It's temporary. But I know overall, this is a good thing and I got it. And I never let that part ever be overridden. And it's hard, but
it's so hard. Because
Because I always just keep telling yourself that doubts thing, and doubt can be good. Doubt can make you think and find new, I guess, in a way. Like, well, let me try to explore a different way of thinking about it. But overall, knowing that your forward progress is going to be, not interrupted by stupid chemicals in your head is the best gift you can give yourself.
But, even beyond that.
Amen.
You worry about what people will say or what people will think.
Right.
When I wrote a play that it was a...
well, that's literally what you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't, instructions to put a piece of furniture together.
Right.
It's just like, okay, come see this thing.
Right.
And let me move you emotionally or read it or whatever. Yeah.
When I did my play, I had worked for about a year and a half in the city of Portland to really get involved with the professional theater community, and I did well. I was well respected. People in Portland just agree. But
shout out to Portland. We love you, Portland.
I will always.
Hey, email us.
I worked with email us, Portland. And so I decided I wanted to do essentially my own version of the Muppet Show, where I could program whatever I wanted, whatever songs, whatever that, and then we'd have sort of a cast of characters that went through it. We had people to fund us, all this kind of stuff. And we were 3 weeks out, and I lost the biggest portion of my funding, and it all went to shit. And I had hired some really heavy-hitting actors. I had a band that was a union band and all this kind of stuff. Just really talented people who I super respected. And it was the most embarrassing thing I think I ever lived through. When I had to cancel that, when I called the dude, he's like, okay, we can't go back. Oh, sorry, pardon me. When I called the theater manager, when I called the theater manager, he said, okay, we're going to cancel it, but that's that. Like, we can't go back on this.
You can't uncancel.
Yeah, you can't uncancel. And within 10 minutes, people were calling me because their tickets had been refunded. And it was devastating. Right. And this idea ate my brain. And I decided at some point I had to do this. Mm-hmm. And people made fun of me all the time for just talking about this all the time, but it was something that ate my brain. And so if anyone out there wants to do anything, you want to make your own podcast? Get your fucking phone and just record whatever the fuck you want to do, because life is too goddamn short. Enjoy what you're doing and just fuck anybody. No, like, people are going to hate it. Like, they will hate you for trying something different. My beautiful mustache. Gary makes fun of it all the time.
It's so good, though.
It's great.
You know why? Because I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. It's true. It's so hacky and so corny. And Nike figured this out years ago, but just do it. Just fucking... Yeah, but what about...
No.
Whatever.
Right.
The point is, do something.
Yeah.
And there's people here, I'm not going to name names, but there are people that we know that do the things we do that make fun of people for doing things because they know there's a wall for them. But who gives a fuck?
Because here's the other thing too.
Fuck them.
But you're gonna fall on your ass. You're gonna do it. Right. Like, it's gonna happen, and that's all part of it. And that's so much easier said than done, because it's scary as shit, because you are putting yourself out there. Yeah. Like, you are really exposing a deep... Any actor can tell you this too. Like, if you want to be a good actor, you're going to be an idiot. Like, you will look like an idiot at times. But that's all part of it. You want to write something. You want to create something. Someone will tell you why it's bad, and they will be happy to do so. And they will tell, like, as though they are their own thoughts, or that's what makes them smart, that they can say, well, this is why this thing is not great, or this is what this person was doing. Fuck you, you don't know. Shut the fuck up. And I always think of that quote from Teddy Roosevelt, where he talks about the man in the arena.
But he said, Al, I just got shot.
Actually, I don't think he said that. I think
he did get shot, didn't he?
He did. He got shot in the chest and then did a 2-hour speech after that.
Man, it's a fucking man right there.
He was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
But he talks about how everyone can talk about this man in the arena who is covered in blood and dirt, but he is the one making the difference. He is the one trying something. So fuck you. Yeah. You can sit in your seat and be passive about it, or you can go do something with your life, you dumb assholes.
Well, I don't want to bleed for people. Anybody listening, I don't like you that much. This is not that kind of thing. I like you as a friend. I'm not going to bleed for you, though.
The Backroom Network podcast.
That's
we
right.
like you as a friend.
There you go. We like you to a point.
To a point.
To a point. But yeah, so exactly. So just anybody out there, whatever you're on the fence about, or maybe it's making fences. I don't know.
Go make that fence.
Or you want to direct, August Wilson's fences.
Go direct that fucking play.
Direct that fucking play, man.
And you don't. And the thing is, don't worry about that fucking Denzel Washington was in it, and don't worry about the fact that James Earl Jones was in it. Go do your fucking fences.
Unless you're a white guy, then just stay
then
away.
don't do that.
Stay away.
Don't do that.
Stay away.
There was an all-white version of Raisin in the Sun that really happened.
Haha.
No, that really happened.
No, come on.
It
Stop.
really happened.
Please.
There's a whole episode of
Hold for
Stranger with
edit.
Candies.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That really happened.
Wow.
And after that
I give you
happened,
19 reasons why that's fucked up. Right?
and after that happened, there was a proviso put into the contracts for Porgy and Bess,
Right.
that you cannot do it with a white cast.
Yes, I have seen other shows. Edward Albee didn't want that. You know, people want a gender swap. Oh, we'll do it all like the Zoo Story. It's two guys,
Right.
Like, and I think specifically, it's like no, you can't have two women, or you can't have. You know, he didn't like the idea. I think it was him, had these provisions that you could not mess with the genders. Which I kind of agree, but it's all.
It's interesting. You see it in Shakespeare a lot, but then again, you got to do whatever you can to make Shakespeare interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of written that way, though.
Well, of course, because it was all men playing it anyway.
And let's be honest, I know you love Shakespeare, but I think I don't know. It's a lot of Ken Ludwig Farsi stuff. Listen, put on this hat and pretend you're this guy, and they won't recognize you. And it's like, but I guess it's a little deeper than that.
Yeah. Not really. I mean, that's basically the plot of Hamlet right there.
A lot of like, but take this potion and they'll think you're asleep, but really you'll be dead. Or switch that.
That's just the one. That's just the one show.
That's one too many.
Yeah, that is true.
I think he would might soap operas or.
I really think if Shakespeare like popped into the 21st century, and he saw the state of his, I'm sure he'd be thrilled that he is considered the greatest writer of all time.
Yes.
However, when someone's
Take
like
that, Francis Bacon.
Right, there you go. When someone is like, "Oh, we love to be or not to be," he's like, "What the fuck? Really? That's what you took from my work? God damn it! Let me just punch the table."
Oh, ouch. Well, what do you think he would? What do you think he would want to come back and go? Oh, cool. They like that.
That sure. What do I think?
Yeah. What do you think? Because let's be honest. How you gonna know?
I don't know. I think he would want the few original plays that he wrote, like The Tempest or Midsummer Night's Dream. That's where I think he would be most interested in.
How do you think he would feel about the porn parodies?
Oh, I think he'd be way into it. He'd be way into it.
Jamlet.
Jamlet.
I made Midsummer Night's Cream.
Two gentlemen and one cup of Verona.
Oh.
Clip that up. There's your commercial
there
for
it
the
is.
show.
Boom. There it is. Are we taking 5?
We can.
I thought you were getting to that.
Oh, no. I don't know. Whatever.
No, let's just keep going.
Let's keep going. Well, we're talking about St. Bert.
Oh, Bert Blyleven.
The patron saint.
Yes. The finally inducted into the Hall of Fame after. Was he Veterans Committee in? Let me do a little.
He may have been. So for those of you who don't
talk
know.
while I Google it.
Go Google.
Oh, no, I got it. Oh, no, he didn't actually. He got in finally on his 14th ballot.
Shut up.
Yes, he retired.
So hold on. For those who may not know a whole lot about baseball,
Thank
let's
you.
talk about why that's a big deal.
Bert Blyleven, first of all, yes, that's his name. Born in the Netherlands, I believe. Yes, very Dutch.
Very
Quite
Dutch.
Very, he is, Netherlands. A great pitcher. Mm-hmm. A good pitcher, very good pitcher.
Journeyman pitcher.
Yes. Is he somebody who even the most casual baseball fan would probably go, boom, get that guy a plaque. He's going in. Anyway, Bert Blyleven, great pitcher.
Bert Blyleven.
But Bert Blyleven got in on the 14th ballot. Now, did Bert Blyleven get better? He officially was done baseball in 92. He didn't get elected till 2011. Last time I checked, he probably didn't throw a single pitch the entire time.
I'm thinking that he might have held off to then because Bert Blyleven, 2011.
Oh my God, I never even saw it coming. Genius.
Right?
So they came to him, the Hall of Fame was like, listen, you can go in anytime you want.
Doors open,
Do you
buddy.
have a choice?
Doors open.
How about 2006? Want to go 2006?
Maybe.
2007 is...
It's getting there.
So I'll tell you what. Top of your head, when do you want to go in?
All right, this is gonna sound crazy, okay?
Okay, I'm listening.
All right,
we'll
all
hear
right.
you out.
So-
okay.
I'm thinking 2011.
Oh, I don't know, Bert. That's a. Oh, I get it. Bravo!
Hats off to you, sir.
Well played, Bert Blyleven. Well played.
The man who wore the I Heart to Fart shirt.
That's right, which will be on our show notes page.
And by the way, it doesn't like have a heart. I believe it actually says I heart to fart.
Yes. No,
Maybe not. It might be a heart.
It does have the heart. No, I just
Okay.
looked at it recently, yeah. But still, I assume right in the locker room.
Oh,
press
of
all around,
course.
A heart, of course. You know why? It was a different time back then.
I think you
No,
could
literally,
still
it was
see you.
you have a
Well,
calendar.
this is true.
You have a calendar. It was a different
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. That wasn't.
Yeah, but my thing is, I can't stand people like, I hate sports. Like, if any sort of sport conversation starts, not even necessarily like those really like savant sport fans.
Right.
Any sport I don't do sports. Okay, great. Then maybe not talk for a minute. Like, we talk about all the things.
You're right. And
you
then
know.
they get like, oh, I guess I'm not in this conversation.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you're not.
Hey, I guess not.
I guess
for
you're
a
not.
moment.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go back to Ibsen in a second. Just
Exactly.
shut the
or
fuck up.
whatever. When you're talking about your alternative weird music that like 3 people listen to, and I'm fucking glazed over,
And
like
it's
a goddamn zombie.
fine,
It's
man.
fine. Go
It is
talk about it.
fine. It gets me so mad.
Yeah. Grr. Wow. Grr. You can see he's pulling his shirt off right now. Are you hulking out?
A little bit.
He's hulking a little bit.
Hey, babe.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said, just do what you want to do. If you whatever. Hey man, there's a really cool stamp collection convention coming up. Have at it.
Absolutely.
You creep.
You fucking philatelist.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we said we didn't like them on this.
Philatelist.
Oh yeah, and that's
That was
it's
something
like-
else, yeah.
it's
That was different.
Oh,
Yeah.
they really like licking the young stamps.
Right.
Hey, this stamp has hair on it. I don't want it.
But that goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
John was joking.
But that goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
Burt Blyleven?
Well, we are always everything I talk about. Burt Blyleven is always right on
What
the
would Burt
surface.
do?
Yeah,
Sure.
what would Burt? Of course, I have the WWBD.
Of course, yeah.
But that thing of if you enjoy it, go do it. Someone's gonna make fun of you for it. Of
course.
It's gonna happen.
Dude, people LARP.
Of course,
It's just like, that's whatever works for you, man.
You want to do Renaissance fairs? You want to go to fucking stamp collection shows? You want to go to coin collector shows? Whatever it is, that's that thing that makes the fucking nightmare that is reality just slightly more tolerable.
Welcome to Inside Matt's Head.
I'm telling you, it really is, man. Like, go do that thing. As long as you're not hurt, like, as long as you're not like, I really like to look at boys touch each other's butts.
Right.
No.
Well, that's football.
Right, exactly. That's very true. But whatever that thing is that makes your life a little bit more happy, go do that thing today. Welcome to the Backroom Network.
Back Network. Boo. A little addendum to that. Don't feel the need to tell everybody about it all the time. Right. There's a guy from my hometown. He likes the Cowboys. By the way, you're not allowed to like a team from someplace other than where you're from. That's a fucking rule. I'm sorry. Yeah, here's the thing. If you can't go down on a day trip to go see the team play at their stadium, it's not your team. It's not the team. I know you're allowed to. You can, but it's dumb. You grew up in the heart of, Pennsylvania. Why are you rooting for a team from Dallas, Texas? Why? But anyway, this guy, he's a Cowboys fan. And all he does all year round, middle of summer, posting some Calvin with a fucking Cowboys jersey, pissing on the Eagles. It's like, dude, can it rest for a few months? Can you let it go? Fine. During football season, put all the Eagles suck, Dallas is great stuff you want. It's fucking June, dude. Give it a rest. But every other post is like, Dallas is great. Eagles suck. You finally got your first trophy. We got fucking 5 and whatever. Gives a shit. Fuck. Get something else. Thank you.
But let me ask you a question. When it comes to sports fandom,
Yeah. They're the worst.
well,
I hate sports.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
it's true.
sports. I do not like sports fans.
Yeah, no, they're awful.
Collectively, they're usually a bunch of douchebags.
There is a whole separate podcast literally about Philadelphia sports fans and how absolutely terrible they are. The fans that threw snowballs at Santa
Ah, a
Claus.
couple bad apples. Come on.
The guys who threw up on a little girl on her birthday.
Hey, maybe don't be there next time.
Hey, fair enough, right? Maybe don't be an
I
off-duty
don't
cop.
know.
What? Come
Yeah.
on. And just how absolutely horrible they are. And the thing is, like, you don't play this game. You aren't on that field. And I have to say, it does drive me a little crazy when I hear sports fans say, well, what we got to do is this.
Yes.
You weren't on the field.
Oh, man. We
You
squeaked
weren't
it out
there.
today, didn't we, huh?
No.
No, you were sitting on the couch drinking Milwaukee's best.
That's it.
Yeah.
You were in the back room of a bar.
Yeah. Back room.
Backroom Network. Yelling at the screen incoherently as you were drunk. You didn't have anything to do with that win. Now, I understand you buy into that. You want to be part of that fandom and feel that you somehow own those wins or losses.
I will say, though, I did help the Phillies win in '08. I know I did. Come on. You can't deny me that. The way I was cheering and... Anyway, that's all. Go ahead. But you're right. Normally, it doesn't work.
Right. And I do have to say, my enjoyment of sports comes from the fact that it ultimately doesn't matter. If the Phillies win every game from now on, or they lose every one from... Like, my life is not changed.
Right.
Now, of course, I want them to win because I like that team and I like those people. But if they don't, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you root for the laundry. People always say the name on the front, not the
That's
name on
it.
the back.
Yep.
Because they come and go. And they're not from there, of course. Imagine, that'd be interesting, right? You can only field a team of people from that area.
That
I'm
would
pretty
be
sure
hard.
like California and Florida teams would just destroy everybody.
I don't know. New York might do okay, too.
Yeah, but they don't play all year. Yeah, maybe. I guess. Dominicans, we're looking at you. Yeah.
We're not racist on the background
No,
network.
we're not. We love everybody. You kidding me?
But Dominicans, if you could come to the Philadelphia area, that would be great.
That'd be great. Thank you so much. I don't know, we got a few. But yeah, no. So, I think I like sports. I love sports. It's the goddamn fans. I'm not picking on Philadelphia fans, but in general, I mean, look, a couple years ago, was it? I forget if it was a Dodgers fan at a Giants game or
Right,
reverse,
that shot him,
but they
yeah.
beat the shit out of the guy, and like put him in a coma, I think, something like that. So it's like, hello.
Right.
So it's not just.
But
Are we-
they're the
are we
fan
an
base
extra
we are
liberal
most familiar with.
scumbag? Yeah, no. Come on.
Come on.
But I mean, those fucking Toronto fans. Look at it. What else want to talk about? Things.
Oh, actually, I have one that I want to talk to you
Please.
about.
Oh, please.
I do. All right. So this
Mustaches? It's never mustaches. Those of you that can't see, Matt is twirling his sarsaparilla salesman mustache.
That's
around
right.
Now. That's right.
So one of the conversations that you and I have had on multiple occasions over the years,
Yes.
we have talked about.
I did a new table. This is creaky.
It is creaky, and you
Look.
keep slapping the table and moving things.
That's
and it's
you
really-
doing it, Ash.
No, no.
That's why I
Well,
said
yeah,
it.
but you keep moving
I don't mean to.
everything.
You move my heart and my
Little bit.
bells.
Wow.
Can I push in your stool for you?
I said that to my wife earlier. She said no.
Hey, of course. All right, go ahead. Yeah, something we talk about.
All right, so we've talked about different playwrights we like.
Yes.
And so your favorite is
Eugene O'Neill.
yes. And so
No question.
we have talked about on more than one occasion that he is the best playwright that exists. And you have always
me.
kind of said the thing like there always has to be someone who's the best, and that's it. And he's the best.
I said that?
You have, yes,
I
on
didn't
more than
mean
one
it.
occasion.
What? That wasn't me. I wouldn't
No, it
say
was you,
so.
because I don't know anyone else that calls him the best playwright of all time.
Anybody with taste?
There you go. But
Jason Robards?
when I was in college, I used to hear all the time like Mozart is the best composer. I went to music school, by the way. Mozart is the best, or Beethoven is the best. And I'm always like, well, if they're the best, then let's stop making new shit.
I like the Mambo number 5 guy.
That guy's pretty good. But no, like people always talk about the Beatles, best rock band of all time.
Hell no, by the way.
Well, fair enough.
Right.
But like, if you really think that then we quantify them as the best because they sold the most or they did this.
Well,
then
exactly.
just don't move on.
Then that means McDonald's has the best burgers.
Right.
I bet you no one would say that.
No one would say
But
that.
they sell a fuckload of burgers, don't they? So, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like, I
If
really.
I said that thing about the best.
Oh, yes.
I didn't, by the way, but whatever.
No, you did.
I didn't, but, well, then. I don't literally mean like everyone else is garbage and shouldn't try. Like Bert Blyleven was the best Dutch baseball player that I ever fucking knew.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty amazing.
He's pretty good.
Well, of course, there was always Doc Wooden Shoes Johnson. But he didn't play very long, so.
But there's always going to be someone who finds that thing and it's their favorite thing. The Backroom Podcast, for example. There will be someone for whom, yeah, exactly, they have good taste.
Clearly have great taste, yeah. Well, you got to be honest. There are times when you're talking to somebody about, let's say, TV shows. Like, oh, yeah, I like comedies. They're pretty okay. And they're like, I know, right? I really enjoy. And then you can just see their mouth forming like Big Bang Theory. And you're like, oh. And depending on who it is,
so much.
You either just go like, oh, yeah, great, huh? Or you go, do ya?
Yeah.
Yes, I am using that as an example because I have seen it a little bit. Enough to know that it's shit.
I want to punch my TV.
Oh, my fucking God.
I literally want to punch a hole through my TV when it's on my TV.
That, I think, might be some sort of worthy objective for the invention of time travel. Not Hitler, not saving people from a gigantic flood or something or disaster. No. Stopping the Big Bang Theory from ever happening. And I mean the actual event.
Right.
Billions of years ago.
To keep that show from starting. To keep the show from starting, we actually just don't let the universe begin.
Fuck you, Jim Parsons.
That's it.
You suck. Exactly.
Yeah. I will happily end my existence so your show doesn't get on the fucking air, you piece of shit.
I will wipe out everyone I've ever loved or care about in the blink of an eye just so that piece of garbage can't come to air. Matt Ferranda, you understand me.
I get it.
It's garbage. So when people like think, oh my God, and they're so passionate about it. Like, oh, I really like this thing, and you so don't like that thing. You're like, oh, I don't know if we can be friends.
Yeah,
maybe?
no, I agree. I totally agree.
I don't know, man.
Because it speaks to who you are as a person. And again, like people who are listening to this will be like, well, didn't you just get done saying if you like something, just like it? That's fine.
But
I'm not telling you you can't like it.
Yes.
But I don't know if I can like you.
I can also judge you. Exactly.
Right.
We said that too.
Yeah.
I'm going to bust your balls about it.
Right.
Hey, have at it. Great. But yeah, I don't know. Like what you like, I guess. But you're one of those, I like to read. Ugh,
I do like to read. I
do. Oh, nerd.
Like, yeah, I am kind of a nerd.
For assholes.
Yeah, being smart's for stupid people.
It is for stupid people. Thank you.
I don't know. Like
my non-readers out there, don't email us. Don't go near a typewriter at all. A typewriter, keyboard.
Right.
Don't go near a keyboard.
Don't go near a typewriter. Jam it into your computer, hoping that an email somehow gets to us.
Take your quill and jam it in your ear. No. Reading's dumb. I hate reading. No, I'm kidding. It's okay.
No, you don't read though. And it's okay. Like, I don't have a problem with that.
I read nonfiction.
My thing is, people who fetishize reading as though that's the only thing an intellectual does.
Yes.
That to me is kind of offensive. And if you're listening to this and you're getting offended, you are one of those people.
Yeah, you're a problem.
Yeah. I do believe reading is important. I do believe teaching,
it's
especially.
Fundamental.
Reading is fundamental. Getting young people to read, great. But it's not the end all be all. Like, we have other media that you can relate that information.
Porno,
for example.
Yes.
Do you want to go read a porno, you fucking idiots?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
No.
But I can't say that there's not some sort of pride when you look back at, or some sort of pretentiousness is probably the better word. Right. When he's like, yes, I'm reading Hermann Hesse right now. Yes. What? Mm.
And you're right, because people have these elitist you're talking about.
And I have been in their vanguard very often. So, yeah.
Like an hour ago. But exactly, people they go to this, conclusion that if you're like, say you're not an avid reader, that you're not intellectually curious. And that's just a crock of shit. I don't know. I just like to stare at the walls. That's me. Like, what? Hey, wall, what's going on? How you doing, wall?
How you doing,
wall? So basically, in a nutshell, learning's dumb.
Learning is stupid, and if you learned, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot, and trust your gut instincts, and always make impulsive, dangerous decisions. I'm Gary Williams.
I'm Matt Ferranda.
We'll see you next time in the back room.